Hi guys, let's create an automation system using this wonderful make.com website in which you can read in from the Google Sheet and can create an automated system that will post contents for you on Telegram. For example, this, you can create a channel where you can post automatically different text, different videos, different images and whatnot. You can post LinkedIn post, for example here. And this is an automated LinkedIn post. You can make different images and you can post those images on Instagram. For example, these images have been created using SDXL from Hugging Face, and that's a free option. We didn't have to use DALL-E for generation of images. How did you like it? If you want to make some free time for yourselves, just like myself that I want to do, I recently went out on a personal trip and I found that the contents that I post normally are lagging and I have not posted since quite a few days. Then I realized the importance of make.com, and today I'm here because make.com is an amazing tool that can help you create different scenarios, create different trigger points, and you can post your social media content at regular intervals. Like for example, every day you can post at a particular time, like days of the week. You can post for different days of a week, days of the month. You can post for different days for the month, and once, like just once, or at regular intervals, or at like 15 minutes. So different options, and these are all automation tools. It's an amazing tool to free up your time, and we are going to create this entire thing from scratch. If you are with me, let's get started. So the process is that I have this Google Sheet here, and in this Google Sheet what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in some things here, and then from the drop down I am going to select where I want to post. Do I want it in Telegram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or I want to create an image and post it on LinkedIn or Telegram. So I can define and design different systems as per your imagination. So this is an example that I'm going to show you. I'm sure that with these examples and the tools that I'm using, the techniques that I'm using, and after understanding the ways of integrating this system and using the make.com, you will be confident enough to build your own system, so you don't have to rely on these template, crazy template. So let's get started with everything. So first and foremost, we need to go to make.com, and if you go through my affiliate link, I will be much happy. So once you go ahead and make an account, you're going to go to login. So after you log in, you will be greeted with this page. Now we are going to see that we have different templates here. These are predefined templates, and you can see that there are so many templates and people are using these a lot. So for example, 12,000 users for this template. Notion to calendar, Google Calendar events from Notion. This is another example. There's so many different options that you can choose, but in this example I have designed a few scenarios for you. So if I go to scenarios, you can see my scenarios which are working here, and I can see the active scenarios here, none are active. I can see the inactive scenarios, all these are inactive. I can make this active with the press of a button and it'll go to the active scenario. Okay, so we are going to create a new scenario from scratch, and let's get started. So we click on create a new scenario. We are going to create a very simple scenario. In this scenario, I'm going to read contents from the Google Sheet. So what I'm going to do is click on the plus button here. You can search for Google Sheets. Okay, you can search for Google Sheets here, and in the Google Sheets I am going to watch for new rows. Okay, I'm going to watch for new rows and click here. So this is an event. Okay, so now I'm going to connect my Google Sheet. So I have an empty sheet here, and I'm going to rename this to, let's say, prompt PE, like prompt engineer YouTube. Okay, and here I'm going to type in instruction, and here I'm going to type in platform. So we have instruction and platform here. I'll make this bold, and now I have this sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the page here, So here in the Google Sheet, I'm going to add a new connection. Okay, so if you add a new connection, you just have to sign in with your Google account, and then you will be able to have your account on this drop down. So I have my Google connection. This is just a random name that you can put, but this is the email associated with this connection. And I can select my drives here and click here to choose file. So which file am I going to choose? I'm going to choose this file, like pe_youtube, and inside here I am going to select the first sheet that I have here, which is the sheet 1 here. And then it asks me if my table contains headers. So the first row is my header, so that's yes. And the rows with headers, let's go from A1 to Z1. Okay, let's take 26 headers, and limit is, let's put 1 here, so that I am going to see the latest entry only. Okay, so I'm going to say okay here. And now what I can do is that just this interconnection, and I'm ready to test this out. So what I can do is right click and run this module only. Okay, then we can see that once we run this module, we can see that we have the output here. So you can view the outputs here. Okay, we have no operations and nothing because we have not added anything. Now let me go ahead and add, let's say I am happy. Okay, and in the platform I can add, let's say LinkedIn. Okay, so now make sure that this is saved, and once this is saved to drive, we can go ahead and run this one more time. So I can say run this module only, so it's going to see the last one, and we can see that we are able to get an output now. And the output that we are able to get is that instruction, which is the A column, I'm happy, and platform B, LinkedIn. Okay, it was able to detect that we have entries in these 2 columns, and the row number is 2. This is the spreadsheet ID, and the sheet name is 1. So now we have this output. So we are able to use Google Sheet module to get the latest input, which is I am happy and LinkedIn here. So at this point of time, what I'm going to do is here I'm going to make it like a drop down. Okay, so in the drop down, let me put in a few things. So let's put LinkedIn. I can add another item, let's say Facebook. I can add another one, let's put in Instagram. Add another one, what else, let's go ahead and put in Telegram. Okay, and yeah, that's done. So I'm gonna click on done here. So from here I can drop down, select the platform that we are going to use, because this is essential, because once we have selected a platform here, then I'm going to filter this instruction and divert into different routes for testing this out. Okay, we'll see that in just a second, but we have the outputs using the Google Sheet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in a router. Okay, I'm going to type in router here. So this is a new module, and what a router essentially does is that it diverts the traffic to both the points depending on different criteria. So essentially what router will do, that it will take this data and it will push here. Okay, for example, let me show an example. So what I can do is that let me put in ChatGPT here. So I can go ahead and click on module, click on OpenAI, and let's say create a completion here. And in the completion, I'm going to add ChatGPT here. So we can put in API keys here. You know how to get the API keys of OpenAI. You can go to platform.openai.com/API keys. I'm going to sign in with my account, log in with Google if you have. This is my account, Prompt Engineer 48. Once I logged in, I will be taken to the API keys. I can create a new key here and just create secret key and copy the key and paste it here when you're going to add this. I'm going to paste it here and then click on save. Once you have that, you will be added here, and now you can select this model. So let's take chat completion model. Let's select the model of GPT-4o, and here let's put in messages here. So in the role, what I can put is that let's put user. Now let's say you are an excellent assistant. Please answer, please respond to the user's query. Okay, so here I'm going to put the query here. Now, where is the query? The query can be found. I'm going to show this again, and this is important. If I click here and then I click on the empty space here, you'll be taken to the Google Sheet and whatever the integrations that you have prior to Google Sheet, if any. So what I'm going to do here is I can take in the inputs. For example, I can take in instruction here. So when I say I take the instruction here, as you can see, I can take this and you can drop this down here. So when I take the instruction, this entire instruction, which is I'm happy, will be pasted here. So let me show you. Now max token is let it be 0 if the limit of the model will be applied itself. Now let's run this model, and then I'm going to explain this to you. So what I can do is that now right click and choose where to start. Let me start with choose manually, and let me start with a particular row, since I have just a single row here. And for the time being, I'm going to change the instruction to a better instruction, like what is the capital of Japan. Okay, this seems like a good instruction. So this is saved to draft. Now we can go here, right click, choose where to start, choose manually, and here I'm going to choose that particular row that I want to run for a test. So this is row number 2, and I click on OK. So this is the selection has been done. Now if I run this once, this is going to run the Google Sheet, send this to the router, and then to the OpenAI API key, OpenAI API. So if you can click here, you can see the output. So as you can see, this was the output from the module here, Google Sheet module, because it was able to extract the latest input, which is the row number 2, which is the what is the capital of Japan here on column A, and Facebook on column B. So once we have that, it has been forwarded to the router, and the router forwards to unconditionally this input that it's received to all the outputs channel here. But here the OpenAI received the input, and you can see the output here. So you can see the input is this. You can see the input as role user, and content is an excellent assistant. Please respond to the user's query. What is the capital of Japan? And the output, you can see that the output is this. The capital of Japan is Tokyo. So you can see that we have the output here, and now you can take this output and link to other module for display. Okay, as an example, I can show you for LinkedIn. So I go here and I search for LinkedIn, and in the LinkedIn, what I can do is that create a post or create a text post. Let's see, I want to create a post, and okay, create a simple, let's say, text post. Okay, so again, the same thing, you need to get connected. I already have this connection, but you need to add this, and then you're going to go to save, and then you're going to get connected to LinkedIn using your credentials. So in the content, what is the content that you want to post? The content that you want to post is the output of the OpenAI. Now you can see that Google Sheet is the input, and this is the output. Okay, so what you can post as a LinkedIn post is you can go ahead and, for example, you can see input. What was the input? You can put in this was the input, and what was the output? So output was the message, the result here. So you just click here and result here. So this is the format that you are going to post on your LinkedIn profile. So this isn't just an example, but the media type here is nothing. You can go and put in only my connection, let's say, and you can go and put in, click on OK, and now this is ready. It should be able to post your post on LinkedIn. Now let's select again, choose where to start. I'm going to choose the second row that I have here. So OK, and I'm going to click on run. So this is going to fetch the latest row, created a completion, and it was able to post on LinkedIn. Let's see the post. This is the post, and it is fed to the main feed here. So if I go ahead to my LinkedIn profile, and let's see if it was able to create. So I'm going to go to prompt engineer here, and I can see the posts that I've created. So this is the post that has been created automatically. Now this is a crappy post. I'm gonna just delete this, but this was a perfect example of how easy it is to get this started and going. Okay, so I think this is pretty cool. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and make use of the platform as well. So when I type LinkedIn, then it should go ahead and post this thing. So in order to make this a little better, what I can do is that write. So if I go and ask this question and I want to post on LinkedIn, I can have the syntax and do this. As an example, what I can do is that I can copy this here, and I can leave the earlier question. What is the capital of India? Okay, this is the second question. What are the 10 most important qualities of a successful person? And I want to paste on or put this post on LinkedIn. Now what I can do is that I can go to integration here, and I can add in a different line here for the Telegram integration here, and a different one for the Facebook integration here. Okay, I don't want to post everything together. What I mean is that I want to post this only on LinkedIn. So for that, you need to put in a filter so that when it detects a new row, the router only sends to a selective platform for output. Okay, so what I can do is that I can click on this icon here, this setting, and I can set up a filter. So in this filter, what I can do is that I can set up a condition of, let's say, this platform is equal to LinkedIn. Okay, and this is the time where we are going to post it on LinkedIn. Okay, this is a filter. So what I can do now, if I can bring this up, if I, let's say, take Facebook for example here, and I select the row here, choose where to start, choose manually. I'm going to select the third row here. What are 10 most successful qualities of a successful person? Facebook. I'm going to paste this on Facebook. But if I run this, what I can see that it doesn't send, the router doesn't send forward this message. You can see that filter, we have 0 here. So it doesn't send forward the message to OpenAI, and it doesn't get posted on LinkedIn because you have selected Facebook. Now if we select LinkedIn here and we run this again, so select, choose where to start, choose manually, and choose the third again and run this. So this will now send, you can see that filter 1 is written here, so this will send the message here. You can see that this is compiling, and this has been sent to the LinkedIn. So let's go ahead to LinkedIn and see what post has been made. Go to LinkedIn and you can see input. What are the 10 most important qualities of a successful person? Output. Thank you for your compliment. The qualities of a successful person can vary on the context in this, and you can see that 10 qualities are being put here. So you can obviously make this prompt a little better. So I can delete the post here, but I can change and play with this prompt. What I can do is that I can put in, for example, I can put in a message here, and I can put in system here, and I can take this everything here and I can put it user. So this is the user and this is a system prompt. In the system prompt, what I can write is that you are an excellent LinkedIn post manager who can create compelling post for my LinkedIn profile. Okay, I think this is a good prompt. And once you have the system message and we have the user message here, then your output is going to be a little better. On the LinkedIn tab as well, we can remove this input. We just need the output here. We don't need to say the output as well. So you can just put the output here. So the result of ChatGPT or OpenAI here goes to LinkedIn and that gets posted. So this is an example of LinkedIn. Let's go to the Telegram for now. Now for working with Telegram, we need something known as BotFather. We need to go to BotFather. So open up web.telegram.org and go to BotFather here. Once you go to BotFather, you'll be able to search for BotFather if you don't see that. So you can just type BotFather. And once you go to BotFather, what you can do is that you have a list of different options that you can do. So what I've done is that I've gone and typed slash my bots, so / my bots. This will give me the list of bots that I have. If you don't have any bot, you can go ahead and click on -new bot, okay, and you can create a new bot. So you need to choose a name for the new bot. Let's say YouTube 4321 @ or 4321 _ bot. I'm going to paste in this name and let's choose a username for the bot. Let me go ahead and choose the same name for the bot here. Let me go ahead here and paste this. This username is already taken, so you might have to play with a couple of times so as to get a unique name for the bot. So I have these names for the bot. Once you have that bot, you can click on, let's say, any of the bots that you have. And once you click on the bot, you can go and click on the API token here. And once you click there, you can see that you have this token. Now you need this token to set up a connection. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead to this. You're going to go ahead to, first of all, let's make the OpenAI thing. So create a completion here. And this is all connected. We're going to choose a model. And we're going to add a few messages. But before that, well, what I can do is that I can add a system role here. Okay. So I can say you are an excellent Telegram channel manager. Okay. And the next I can add messages and the role is user here, and I can answer this user's query. Okay, and the query is, you can select from the output of the Google Sheets. This is the query instruction. Okay, so I select this and I'm going to click on OK. So we have the OpenAI here. We want to push this time to Telegram. So in order to add a module, we can click on add a module. We can click to go and then search for Telegram bots here. And I'm going to send a text message, or you can see that list of different things that you can do. And what I can select is send a text message or a reply. Okay, so here I'm going to connect to Telegram. So if you want a new connection, you can go ahead and click on tokens here, and you can paste in the token that you have received from the BotFather here. Okay, so for this particular token for this particular bot, you use this particular token and you paste it here. Once you have that, you need to select a few things as well. You need to put in the chat ID. Sorry for cutting you short, but I do realize that this is going to be a long video, so I decided to segregate this video into different videos, and all will be available on a single playlist called Play with Automation. So I'll see you there. Subscribe. I'll see you next time.